All right, Trey, this is your baseline slalom free ski video. It's the one we take at the beginning of the program, and kind of fun to then compare on one of our last ones and see what kind of improvements you made throughout the year. And I think there's going to be some drastic changes. Let's watch it in regular motion and slow it down.
Trey. Come on, Trey.
All right. Good skiing there, Trey. I like it. So our goal this year is going to be really learning how to carve turns, right? So what that means is we're going to have to get better at rolling bull skis right here at the top of the turn to a nice high edge angle platform. Then we can push against, and the skis will bend and carve. Right now they're kind of flat, so you're starting to turn on flat skis, which means they're going to have to skid. But that's easier said than done, and we're gonna get there. But in the meantime, what can we work on? Your skiing here is very, very two-footed, which means you got weight on both skis. You can actually see the tracks there. You're laying down. You can see how this spray is the same, and means you got weight on both skis. So we've been doing that up and over, right? And what does that do? That really promotes independent leg action and moving to the new ski, putting your weight on that new ski early in the turn while it's still uphill, and it becomes a downhill ski. So it gets rid of this V. You really can't do that if you were doing the up and over, right? So that'll get rid of that. So we come through the turn here, right? And we're going to move our weight right now to that right foot, which is uphill. And in the up and over, we pick up that left foot right now and complete the whole turn on our right foot. But right now, when we have both skis on the ground, we want to have the same movements. Mask the up and over. You shouldn't even mask it so we can't tell you're doing it, but the same movements, you got to be doing it. Because here you've got weight on both skis. We want all the weight on this right foot. That's why we call it a right footer. Turns to the left. Right footer. That's where the weight is. That's where the dominant foot is. All right. So number one, let's work on the up and over and masking the up and over with the same movements. Number two, we got a pole plant. There was not a single pole plant this whole run. Very, very important. Pole plant is at the end of the turn. It helps us reset, get recentered, rebalanced, back in the front of the boot, back perpendicular, because we do get kind of thrown back towards the end of turns. So no pole plants. Well, I think one reason why there's no pole plants is because your hands are always so low. Pretty hard to pole plant, when they're that low. So we got to work on our hand and arm position to allow us to pole plant. Our hands have to be always above the waist and elbows in front of the body. And hands slightly wider than the elbows. But those are our three rules. But we got to get the hands up and the elbows in front of the body. That's going to help pole plant. It's going to help our balance. When they're back here like that, you're really in the back seat, right? Our arms weigh, 10% of our body. If we get them up forward, elbows from the body, it gets us in the front of the boot. It helps us load up the front of the ski. But when they're back here like that, throws you into the back seat. All right, so you can see right there, your hands are down by your knees, they're back, and it's putting you in the back seat. All right, so those two things. Mask the up and over, keep working on the up and over, and mask it, moving to the new ski, even though we're not necessarily lifting that old downhill, which becomes your inside or uphill ski. And we got to get the better stance, a more athletic, ready position with those arms out in front. So hands higher and elbows in front of the body. Let's work on those two things, and that will help us out a lot.